Huh?
Doesn't pop up.
Yeah?
That's it.
Put the lotion in the basket.
No.
Oh, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Weekly Look Ahead. I'm him.
I'm Jess.
There you go. All right. Weekly Look Ahead. It is a busy week. Like, busy week for me. It's a busy week for Heavy Cardboard. It's a busy week for you, too, because you got... So tell folks, because I don't think they really relate. Or they not relate, but
I think you can relate
appreciate.
to this. Jess takes on too much stuff.
No.
Jess doesn't say no to things. Ever. So, as of tomorrow at 10 a.m., Jess has another 2 Kickstarters running simultaneously. This is a bad plan. Don't do this. I've had as many as 4 running simultaneously. Yeah, that's a horrific plan. But tomorrow I get exponentially busier than today.
For anybody out there that follows Jess on Twitter or in Slack or anything else, if y'all would just periodically just tweet at her, learn to say no.
No.
That would be great.
All you have to do is just write, say no, Jess, say no. Because at any given time, there's like a plethora of projects.
A plethora, you say.
Hefe. On my list where I'm like, but maybe I could fit that one in. Maybe. And then I get those bursts of energy, and I'm like, totally can do it, and take on more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more. More. Because you know, if something's good, you should get more of it.
And that leads me to taking the dogs to the dog park at 3 a.m. Just saying. While Jess is
up again.
frenetically on her laptop.
I gotta get this done. Yes. It gets done.
It does. It makes for a really pleasant experience.
No, I'm super nice.
No.
You don't get to say that. I am really nice. I mean, I head down when I'm working, and that annoys you because I'm not.
No, she gets a little prickly at times.
No, I'm head down and I'm like, not at this moment.
Don't bother me.
Prickly.
So
his prickly is like, I'm like, not right now. And he's like,
I can be sensitive.
a little bit.
Okay, a little.
I'm
Yeah,
not that
look.
prickly.
I can be sensitive.
I'm pretty nice.
No, you're way hella nice.
I
You're
am
more
very
than pretty.
Nice. Yes.
All right. Okay, anyway, y'all aren't here for that. Y'all are here for the weekly look ahead.
Yes.
There is something every day this week, including today, because today is this.
Every day.
Hustling. Or hustling and shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
All right, so what do we got?
All right, I don't know. Actually, we have our little cheater down there.
I know what's coming.
So we have we had a really busy weekend individually with other stuff, so I apologize for that. But the good news is it's kind of like Christmas. You get to extend the holiday a little. Does that work?
Okay.
What do you think? Yeah,
whatever
maybe?
you want to do to sell it, that's good. You go with that.
So Zaya, there you go. Solo playthrough originally was going to be Sunday, is going to be Tuesday now, 3 p.m. That is 1500 Eastern, and that is 2100 CEST across the pond. As Rocky so eloquently said, what was it? It was where'd it go? I saw Zaya getting pushed just means a few more days before I spend $163. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. We'll see.
You made interest for a couple days. There
you go, right?
You're welcome.
So it's a discount. So yeah, you're welcome. We're just trying to help you.
Yes.
And help your wallet and your savings.
All about helping.
Anyway, that's Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, this is a game that we were originally tasked or in discussion about doing a sponsored playthrough with, and I kind of fell off on that. So we're just doing it because we want to do it.
Just want to.
So this week is going to be the solo playthrough of Genotype. And if y'all enjoy it and there's interest in the multiplayer, then we'll do a multiplayer playthrough of it soon thereafter. But anyway, as it is, since I'm here by myself again on Wednesday, again, 3 p.m., because solo playthroughs tend to be at 3 p.m. So 1500 Eastern, 2100 across the pond, a little solo playthrough of Genotype. All right. Genius Games.
Yeah. I'm excited to see this one, Genotype, because
they do a lot of
science-based,
fact-based, themed and setting games.
Yes. He's a science teacher, I think.
John, right?
Yeah, John is a science teacher, does the science games, and they took over Artana, so they have historical games too.
Right. So.
All of it.
There you go. All right. Then we get into the multiplayer stuff.
Little power grid.
And by a little, mean a lot. So we're doing the Quebec map.
Oh, cool.
Do you know why it's pronounced Quebec?
No.
Or at least in military speak, it literally, it's Quebec.
Why?
Because phonetic alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, all that. When you get to Q, it's Quebec. You would think that would confuse people for K, right? But that's kilo. But true story. So Quebec. Anyway, y'all didn't care.
All right.
But anyway, sounds like
know.
And knowing's half the battle.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty interesting map if you have to play this one. So another 4-player. Oh, we're in discussion with the local group as we speak on whether or not this is going to be in person, remote, or some of each. We'll see.
Because it's about that time.
It is.
I think all restrictions are lifted in mass as of the end of this month.
I think maybe as of Friday.
No,
possibly.
they just announced 5/29.
Okay, well there you go. So I feel like that's too soon still, but we'll see.
I don't know. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird.
Everyone that's going to be here at HCHQ will have been fully vaccinated, though. So there's that. So Thursday, 1900 Eastern. That is 0100 CEST. Power Grid, 4-player, to be determined how that's going to be, but there's that.
Yes.
And then here you go. So yeah, you want to, my favorite game company name, just want to say.
Sorry,
we are French.
I knew it. I had to get the sorry. Sorry, we are French. Demeter, yes. There's dinos in this one.
Space dinos.
Yes. So I've seen this one for a while. Of course, I get tagged in things with dinos really early on. So I've been excited for this one for a while. And this one can be played up to, 1 to 100, right?
Yeah, apparently the cutoff is a firm 100.
Just like, once you hit 199 is the last year of your life, you can play board games. That's it. After that.
Right, 1 to 99.
Sorry.
Right.
So, yeah, this goes to a firm 100.
Board games
so play against the herd.
Yeah. So it's going to be both of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be us. And when we
I thought you meant when we get to 99. We're going to like Thelma Louise? Because we can't play board games anymore.
There's no chance I'm making it to 99. But sure, I'm down for that. Book it. All right.
Okay.
Whee! I got dark.
No, they were so happy.
Until they weren't. Okay.
You didn't see that part.
So, when we give the landing page or the hold for Demeter, there's going to be a link. You can go to the Sorry We Are French website, there will be a link down below. You can print it off in color, and you'll be able to play along. It's not going to be a perfect thing. I know Tom over at Slicker Drips did something similar with his audience, so it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to this one.
Tom's great. Yeah. I was just talking to Tom today.
Were you?
Yeah.
All right.
He's great.
He's good dude. I like Tom. Anyway, so yeah, Demeter, 7 p.m. on Thursday. Check that, on Friday. Right, and we did it 7 p.m. Normally, like a thinky filler roll and write type thing would be like a lunchtime type thing, but talking to members of the herd over in Slack, they had said, we're going to be at work, this and that during the afternoon, so they can watch but can't really interact. And our thinking was, if this is going to be interactive, do it for the evening for more people. I realize this is really late across the pond, but it's Friday night.
It's a balance.
Right?
Pick what you want.
You can have a drink and do a little space dinoing. Made sense to me anyways, right?
That sounds good.
All right, so I completely lost my spot. There we go. All right, so that is Friday. And
more dinos.
I mean, we do have your representation right here.
Yeah, my little Lego dino.
Yes.
So more Girl Stampede. Girl Stampede returns with Nora-Lee Lubbers.
And who is Nora-Lee or Nor?
Nora-Lee Lubbers, yes, Nor, is part of the new design duo of David Turtsey and Nora-Lee Lubbers. They just came out with Vengeance Roll and Fight with Gordon Kaleha. And yeah, now they are working on Prison Architect as well, which is the other Kickstarter hitting this week. So 2 new games from them. Going to talk about her entry into the hobby, how she's finding it, what she thinks about board games, all of that.
See, I would think you would talk about being a new designer.
Yes.
Being a designer.
I mean, we're probably going to talk about David a little bit too.
Yeah, I was going to say, and co-designing games in general, as well as co-designing with somebody like David.
David Terzi.
Who David, he has thoughts, he has opinions, he's amazing at what he does. I mean, I would argue he's probably the best person in the industry when it comes, him and Ricky Royal, when it comes to making solo modes for games in general.
Which doesn't play solo games. It's not funny.
Yeah, how weird is that? Right?
Just has a mind for it. Just can do it. Doesn't mean you want to do it. Like, he just...
That and he likes getting paid.
He can.
So there's that.
He was like, I can do this. And everybody's like, yeah, go for it. Go do that.
So I'm excited to listen to this. And to watch this. So check that out. So what time?
We'll have a lot to say. That is at 1500 EDT. So what, 2000 BST across the pond, 2100 CET.
Yeah.
So all of that.
So 3 and 9.
3 and 9.
Yeah, there you go, and go from there. All right. Cool. All right. Martin says, cool, Slicker Gyps is one of the 40 board game channels I monitor, but HC is number 1.
Aww.
Checks in the mail, Martin. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're not following Slicker Drips, go check out his channel. Funny name of a channel, Slicker Drips, but it's a rap song reference. He told us once before when we saw him at UKGE. We're like, Slicker Drips? And he's like, I know, but...
Yeah, like, it's one of those... So there are certain things, like when you start something, you either have the foresight or you don't.
No,
and, yeah.
he was a kid, and he was like, this is Slicker Drips is cool. I'm just going to call it Slicker Drips. And then he was like, no, I'm keeping it Slicker Drips. And I understand that. Board game girl. Generic is... Like, I didn't know what I was doing.
It's not generic.
I was just like, whatever, Board Game Girl's available. That's what no forethought. No idea.
So real quick before we move on, because I want to put you on the spot a little bit, but also this is a genuine question.
Okay.
So Rob, our graphic designer, came up with some new ideas for logo design to kind of
for Girl Stampede,
right.
Season 2, being this is the first of Season 2.
Okay.
So Rob was like, all right, well.
And
do we change it up?
Right. And Jess was like, he was like, do we get rid of the Stampede? And Jess is like, no.
The Stampede I like.
It's the girls part.
It's the girls part I don't.
So what about just the J-Rex Stampede?
No, because it's not just me. It's trying to introduce...
But you're the host of it.
No, I don't like things centered around me. You know this.
Yeah, that's true.
In no way does that have anything to do with me. Girl Stampede was supposed to be about highlighting women in the industry because there was a long thread somewhere, I think on Twitter, where somebody was like, or might have started at Board Game Geek, not sure. But someone was saying,
interwebs.
I can't find any women in the board game hobby. And I'm like, oh, we're here. There's lots of us. It's just... we tend to be behind the scenes, or we do stuff behind the scenes, but there's a lot of us. Mm-hmm. And everybody was contributing to this thread saying, oh, I know this person, right? And I was like, this would be a great thing to highlight and to show this perspective. So that was the whole impetus for this. But it's not just girls. There's non-binary, there's trans. I don't want to limit it to girls. It was more to say marginalized. And now, again, speaking of the lack of forethought, now I'm like, oh, why did I say Girl Stampede? That's not what I meant. So, hey, any suggestions to make that more inclusive? That's more my goal. The Stampede makes sense to me because...
elephants?
Elephant Stampede.
And? Little
known fact, T-Rexes are also referred to as stampeding, and the female T-Rex is considered a cow, as is the female... elephants considered
Which
a cow.
I always thought of them just as the matriarch.
Yeah, just the reference to the maternal. So so, there's similarity there. I thought Stampede works for me. It's the girls part. So anything more inclusive that y'all can come up with, I would love that.
And now I'm just trying to picture T-Rex mooing. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so that is Saturday. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too.
Good.
Yeah.
Hopefully Nora is as well.
Nora
She's probably
is.
sleeping.
Nora
No,
is
it's
great.
Not that late yet. No, not yet.
And talking. We've had some really good discussions. So this is going to be a really, really good one. You're going to want to hear her viewpoints. She's very candid. It's going to be fun.
Cool. All right, so Saturday, 3 p.m., 2100 across the pond. And then finally on Sunday.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this again?
At 1500, just because Sundays can be a little wonky for us personally, we're doing it at 1500. Shores of Tripoli. We played this once, me as the Marines, duh. And then you as the dirty, nasty, victorious, unfortunately, Barbary Pirates.
Yes.
Now I get
Arrgh.
to... Arrgh. I might wear an eye patch for this. We'll see.
That could hurt your vision.
With the glasses?
I'm just saying, I admonished Sarah yesterday because she was walking around with an eye patch, and I was like, no.
Okay, no eye patch.
So,
I'll just
same
beat
to
up on
you.
the Marines, apparently. So I'm going to play as the
You're
Barbary
going to try.
Pirates.
I'm protecting the gold.
Coming after that
I
booty.
saw. Nope, I'm protecting it.
Okay.
You had to say that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
the
come
sparkle
on.
in your eye as that came out. You were like, oh, I get to say booty.
Dino Stampede.
Dino Stampede, that's interesting.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for this week. That's all. Not really. I'm kidding. There is one more.
You ready?
No.
No? You're not ready? You're not gonna share this?
I'm ready, but okay. Then, oh, wait. We haven't forgotten about the podcast. So the roundup. Here's the question I have for y'all. And this is not to put you on the spot.
It is to put me on the spot.
It's
I
really,
know what you're going to say.
No, it's really not.
You're fine. Go ahead.
No, it's, I want to know what y'all think about this. So we're Jess and I are going to sit down and do the roundup this week, which is what was the front end of the show that got to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
So long, it's now its own show.
That. And so talking about the games that we played, looking forward to, upcoming, this and that, whatever. But also, I wanted to know, because I find it interesting, but I don't know if Jess thinks it'll be interesting to y'all, and she might not want to talk about
That's
this
a lot
stuff.
of preface. King preface.
Yeah, King preface and Princess preface over here. On whether or not talking about the Kickstarters that you work on and some of the behind the scenes stuff that goes into all that. If that would be interesting, because Jess has 2 of them kicking off. See what I did there?
And I've been doing a lot more of them. And to be fair, a lot of what I play are prototypes. They're either games that are coming from a certain publisher, and I don't necessarily only do that for publishers I work with. I look at prototypes for other publishers to give my feedback to them as they do to me, so that we can kind of help each other. We used to do this at conventions. It's now become a behind the scenes thing where we get together and just bounce the ideas off of each other, because you don't want to end up just like tunnel vision. So do you want to hear about these? Do you want to hear about prototypes? Do you want to hear about Kickstarters I'm running? Where's the line? If I'm involved in it, if I preface that and say, hey, this is a Kickstarter I'm running, but this is what I like about it.
I think that's okay. Yeah, as long as you're clear, like, we've done that on playthroughs, right? Where sponsored playthroughs, where like, look, Jess is the marketing director or Jess is developer on this. But I think as long as we're clear on that, I think that's a very clear delineation.
You do. So I'd love to hear what y'all think.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm going to point out, I don't want people buying a game that they're not going to like, even if I'm marketing it to you. I believe in honest marketing, where I'm like, hey, this is going to be a game that takes 3 to 4 hours to play. If you don't want long games, this is not your game, not the game for you to buy, because I want you to like the game. No, even the publishers I work with, we don't want you buying it if it's not your game.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest as well. But
I think
hear
people
about 'em?
would assume that.
Marketers are marketers in general, but
That's fair. I mean,
I'm not gonna speak for all
there might be
marketers.
one dude up in Canada that might not believe it, but other than that, whatever. It's
that was not about anybody famous. It's about somebody we know personally.
it's a troll.
It's a troll that we know.
It's,
Has nothing. It's not Rodney or something. Please God, no. There's no beef. No. He's even wearing plaid. It's all good. That could have gone bad. No. Nobody famous, just a troll that we have experience with.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, there you go. Cool. All right, that's it. that's a wrap on the week. That is something, maybe even multiple things every day this week. So tune in for all of that stuff. And yeah, I'll have the landing pages up for you all here momentarily. So go share it, spread the word, appreciate it, like, subscribe, support the show, pledgehc.com/HCHQ. And you might even start seeing some, I guarantee you will see people in the studio that aren't Edward and Jess.
Yeah.
Next week for sure, maybe this week as well. Because we have like
Power
Prison
Grid, maybe.
Architect. Architect. Prison Architect coming next week. We have Mosaic coming next week.
Yeah.
So people are definitely going to be in the studio for those. I know people had asked about Race for the Galaxy. All of that stuff is going to be coming. We've been waiting for Shrey and Martin to be able to come to the studio because they are our resident experts on those. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Just got off the phone literally right before this with Clay over at Capstone, talking about Imperial Steam, coffee roasters, and other stuff that is coming. So yeah, super excited about this stuff.
Yeah, things are really ramping up. It's spring. Everybody's active. Kickstarter's pumping.
And we're able to actually, we're
starting to get back to the, yeah. I think everyone's excited.
People are talking about conventions and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah, they are booking a lot of conventions. It's a lot of work.
Limit the amount of those.
I might have not.
I don't want to go to a bunch of those. So, all right, there you go. That's it. That's a wrap. I think so. So, cheers to a exciting week for you, but successful and kindness, right? So. I tweeted out last night, y'all know at the end of these streams I've been saying, hey, social distance, wear your masks, be kind to one another. Lately I've been saying get vaccinated. I sent out a tweet late last night. It is Singapore, I think. They sponsored a song/rap of a couple of folks. Apparently they're really well known for like public awareness stuff. I think it was awesome for the vaccine. So if you can get vaccinated, please do so for everybody's benefit as well as your own.
Hey, herd immunity. Sorry.
But go check that out. Or Google Singapore vaccine song. It's pretty catchy. So go listen to that. Do that. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything?
Be a nice human. Do that. Or monkey. Or dino. Anything you want to be. Just be nice.
Done. I think that works. Mwah. That's a big week, isn't it?
Oh, that's a big board. That's a lot.
It's not a lot.
7's a good number.
It is. It's one more than 6.